All right, welcome back, Mr. Al Levron, our guest. He's the parish manager of Terrebonne Parish, and he is on tonight for Michelle Claude. How you doing once again, Al?
Doing fine, Martin. How about yourself?
Oh, pretty good, thank you. Now, take us to some of the projects in Terrebonne Parish, transportation being one of the bigger projects. Take us through that. How do we stand on that so far?
Well, you know, Martin, there's been a lot of activity over the last several years on transportation improvement projects. Some of them as a result of our planning into the future, some of them, unfortunately, as a result of our hurricane problems. The project we just completed, the Island Road restoration, of course, you viewers probably recall that road was basically torn apart as a result of the storm surge from hurricanes Gustav and Ike. We went through a long battle with FEMA in terms of how agreeing on the restoration plan. Finally, we agreed. The project, we're pleased to say, was just recently completed. It's about a $7.6 million project. We basically restored the Island Road to its previous condition. We actually put 8-foot shoulders, so there's now, it's a much more safer route to pass on. We also elevated the roadway 1 foot above what it was before. There was a lot of debate with FEMA. They wanted us to just go back and restore it at the previous elevation.
That was always our money shot, so to speak, during tropical events because the water would roll over that road, but that's going to stop quite a bit of that.
Absolutely.
We hope, anyway.
Well, I won't say it will stop it totally, but we actually reasoned with them that rebuilding the road at the same elevation and every tidal event, the road going under, would be an embarrassment both to the parish and to the federal government.
That's a good point.
And ultimately, they did agree with our position and allowed us to bring it up an additional foot. So that project is just recently came offline. It's
real
now
quick, the
functional.
shoulder. I know Mr. Claude said he's working with officials because a lot of people like to fish on the side, but they're asked to leave. But I think he's trying to strike some kind of compromise to where just sort of let them fish a little bit.
Yeah, actually, the parish council at its last meeting introduced an ordinance that would basically, there's currently a no fishing ordinance. There's a 25-mile speed limit. There's no trucks and things of that nature. Right. All of that's going to be removed from the books, the laws of Terrebonne Parish, and we're going to restore the conditions that existed previous. Speed limit was probably 45.
Right.
And again, the ability for people to fish along there will be reinstated.
You don't know how many people you made happy tonight by saying that.
Well, that's still pending a vote of the parish council
Right.
at its next regular meeting, so we anticipate that will in fact be approved.
I would hate to be the councilman who voted that they can't fish.
Well, that was a vision of Councilman Lambert from down in that part of the parish. The next project I'd like to kind of brief us on is the Thompson Road Extension Project. Sometimes it's known as the East Houma Surge Protection Levee. This is a project that has been in planning over the last 4 or 5 years, and we're finally seeing it come to reality. The scope of the project is to construct an elevated embankment between Highways 57 on Grand Kaya and Highway 56 on Little Kaya, in line with Thompson Road, building that roadway up to a +8 elevation. Mm-hmm. Now, we had to convince the Corps of Engineers and others that the project was going to provide multiple purposes. It was going to provide for an elevated evacuation route. It was also going to provide a secondary benefit of providing for storm surge. Right. That project is under construction now. Unfortunately, as you viewers probably know, it's been raining a lot lately. Yeah. We had built into this contract that the contractor was to have the first lift of the entire embankment from end to end of the project up to a 6-foot elevation. He had to have that by October 20th. Right now, with the extensive rain that he's had, we're still hoping that he can meet that deadline.
I'm sure he has rain delays and all that.
He does, and he's entitled to that. But again, we don't want him to take his eye off the mark, so to speak. That's a critical
That's
component.
always the catch-22 of anything like that.
It's a critical component of the project. The people in East Houma, Patriot Point, are looking forward to that project to be, and the airport, quite frankly,
Sure, yeah.
To provide some benefits. So that project...
Hold that thought out. We've got to take a quick break. We're going to be right back more with Mr. Al Levron, Parish Manager of Terrebonne Parish. Don't go away. Some important projects we're discussing tonight.